so we are going into another video now. What I want to talk about in this one is mixed media. I realize this is very shiny. I apologize. What is mixed media? I've had so many of you ask me, is this mixed media if? If to you it's mixed media, then it is. It's that simple. Okay, if you look at it and you think to yourself, ink is as messy as I ever want to get, then that's fine. Go the ink. If you want, mixed media is a combination of different mediums that you put together that come together to create a page. Okay, it can be texture paste. It could be I use a stack of different ones. You could use texture pastes. You could use watercolor pencils. You could use inks. They could be oxide inks. They could be just Ranger. They could be, let me think, oxide inks. It could be distress inks. It could be VersaFine clear inks. It could be Kaisercraft inks. It could be pick your poison. Like whatever you can afford, whatever you have, use it. See what you can create with it. Maybe it's a distress oxide spray. Maybe it's a stain. Maybe you simply like colors, you know, whether it's paint in a tube or a watercolor paint. The world is your oyster. You can use stamps. You can use stencils. You can go to town. You do with it whatever you want to do with it. There is nothing saying that what you have in your stash that you've collected, it can be words. I love words. I love word stencils. That I just love them, you know. And then you've got all different textures and shapes, and you can create so much with these products alone, let alone when you start going and delving into things like texture paste and creating that texture. You might think to yourself, oh, I've only got 2 stencils. What can I do with just 2 stencils? Well, actually, you can do quite a lot. Let me show you. I will show you right here, right now, what you can do with stencils. Let's shake it up a bit. We'll use black. This stencil was cheap and cheerful from, I think it was probably from Wish or something like that. Like it was ages ago. And this is my, I love this stuff. TCW Light and Fluffy Modeling Paste. I absolutely love it. Molding paste it's called. Now I'm down to my very last dregs of it. So I'm being very careful with it. So you might sit back and go, I'm not very good at doing anything with mixed media. I'm a traditional scrapbooker and I don't do anything with mixed media. Play. That's all I ask you to do. Just play. Now, I use an offset spatula. Now, what I want to show you is this. I see so many people doing this and they get a really scratchy result and they're not happy with it and then they give up. It's like buttering toast. Put your spatula down, hold it like this and scrape it across. That's all you have to do, just like you're putting Vegemite on toast. And if you're not from Australia, pick your poison. What do you have for breakfast? I don't know. We have Vegemite, jam, I don't know. Just like you're buttering toast. That's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be thick and gaudy and chunky. That's all it needs to be. And look, bam, there you go. There's some texture. Then all then you might want to go, okay, let's get this, I will be honest with you, this particular texture paste, actually, that's got some color in it, so I'll get rid of that. This texture paste dries super, super quick. And I put it on nice and thin because there's no need for it to be 6 inches thick. That's just my 3 cents worth. But the other thing you do have to do though is with stencils and texture paste, the one thing you don't have is time. Time to rush to do the next thing and just, I'll come back to that. Don't. don't. If there's a warning to ever have on a video, this is it. Do not leave your texture paste on your stencil. Doesn't matter that it's a cheap and cheerful one from Whoop Whoop. Believe me, you will regret it because it will dry on there and you will never get it off. It's not great. Let me warn you in advance. So you've got some circles on there and you think to yourself, oh, I'm not very good with, I don't know what I can do. Okay, my dog's making some weird noises. What can I do here? Well, why don't you just cross over and grab some of this paint that's left over from the last video, and just do some squares through here. This is like super diluted paint, by the way. Super duper diluted for the purposes of the previous video. And then just whack some of those down. All I'm using is a makeup sponge. Okay, this is the paint that I use, by the way. So I'm just going to get a teensy bit because I'm just playing. I'm not actually making anything. So I'm not going to waste stacks and stacks of... This is how easy it is to just create different texture and it's all on one layer. It's not super difficult. I realize I have my microphone on, so I hope this is not too annoying for you. But see, you've literally created a couple of different layers straight off the bat, and it's all just building up. It's just about building layers, and already that texture paste has dried. So now I'm able to go over the top of the texture paste, and it's super duper simple. And mixed media, it doesn't have to be hard. There is no right or wrong answer. There's not. And if someone says to you, you're doing it wrong, I want to speak very sternly. There's no right or wrong, okay? This is not art class in grade 8 where you have to do a, I don't know, an art, you know, you've got to recreate the Mona Lisa. You know, it's not, that's not it. This is about having fun. This is about creating what you like on your terms. You know, you mightn't like texture paste. You mightn't like yellow. You mightn't like zebras. That's okay. That's not a problem. You know what you do? You grab a bit of, this is mixed media. This is what this is. You can literally grab a piece of paper like this, and all you've got to do is separate it. It's wanting me to stop now. This is what it's telling me to do. So you could literally do that. Add some paper to it. Like, I'm not even joking. This is absolutely 100%. You can create texture like this. This is all you got to do. And you can create, that is mixed media. That is it. That's what I'm telling you. This is how easy this is. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I use anything and everything. I use my inks just to add different bits on there. It doesn't mean that it's... Is it going to be for everybody? No. Is it yours? Yes. Simple. Well then, you make it for you. You don't make it for other people. You make it for you. It's your album. You might have, you know, you may have gone, you know, to an African country or something. I'm just imagining what on earth would bring these colours together in this colour scheme. I didn't think about this before the video. So you literally just add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I didn't put nearly enough water on my brush. And I'm using it on black, so, you know, see what happens, right? So you've got a little bit of paper stuck on there, and you sort of think to yourself, well, where's this going, Karen? Then you pull yourself out a little bit of homemade gold spray, gold paint, and we just get a bit of that on the brush as well. And then by the time you do a few of those, before you know it, you're creating yourself a mixed media look. And, you know, it's not brain surgery. It's literally just whack some things down. Play. You know how you tell your kids to go to school and play, find a best friend? Well, that's what you have to do on this. You need to find your happy. You have to find what you like. What is, do you like gold? Do you like red? Do you like sprays? I'm throwing stuff on here, guys. Like, believe me, there is no rhyme or reason to this. This is total play. This is what I mean. What's wrong with that? Well, there's a lot wrong with it. It's not a scrapbook layout, but, you know, wing it. See what happens. See if you like the look of it. Use a napkin. You know, you can buy napkins and you can stick them down and you can raise things up and just make it your own. You know, and then you come in here and you have all this extra everything and it just all comes together. Like, look at that. See, if I wasn't playing, I wouldn't have got that gold or that blue to roll together. Now look at that. That is what mixed media is made of. People, just swirl it around and see what happiness you can create. Now, when you started watching this page, you probably thought to yourself, Karen, you've gone too far, love. You've gone too far. Like, what are you doing? Really? Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. But now look at it. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. It's what we tell our kids to do. So why aren't we doing exactly the same thing? That is mixed media, people. It's that simple. I will show you some maybe not so crazy examples of mixed media. I'll move this out of the way though. So when it comes to mixed media and scrapbooking, you can do something super simple. It can be something like this. Bang. Lunar paste. Lunar paste, it's super simple. Put it through a stencil. Bang. You've got yourself so much shimmer and shine, you don't know which way to look next. You could, this is also mixed media. You've fussy cut some pieces and you've added some bits of, what do we got here? Glossy accents. You've got some little sprigs of liquid pearls chucked in there. You've got some ink over here. You've got pen work and you've got some gold splatters. Boom, bada bing, mixed media. This one, I'm creating all the mixed media texture feels. It's all texture. It's literally just all ripped and you've got a bit of foam tape there, bit of pen work around the end. It doesn't mean that you have to go to town like old crazy Ned here. You don't have to go like that every single time on a layout. You can just do it simple. Do simple stuff. This one here, I use stamps in the background. I picked up some stamps and there's some stenciling in the background and it's on the Vicky Booten Foundations paper. Then you've got some liquid pearls chucked in. Boom. Mixed media. That's the difference. You can make things super simple. This one's got texture paste through it. It's got some brads that I've changed and I painted them so they weren't that color underneath. They were horrible, to be quite honest. And you've got lots of what is that? That is the gold, that's my gold paint that I made, which is exactly what I just used, that one. So, you know, super easy, guys. Don't overthink it. It's simple. That, my friend, is made up with cheap and cheerful water paint. Watercolors. Simple. Give it a go. Give it a crack. Let me know below. Did you get value out of this? Did you enjoy me just being crazy and silly with old crazy Ned over here that's decided to just have some sort of weird wacky moment that it's having? But look at it. It's fun. It's different. Do that on a 12 by 12. You never know. You might have some crazy photos that you want to chuck in there too. I will chat to you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value from this video, please like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave me a comment, all that sort of fun stuff. And I'll be back with another video next time. Bye.